Welcome everyone to the Circle Debate Podcast Top 5 Picks of the Week for Week 44, 44. The host of Devious One here, Ivan C. Here with my family here, the faction of the D-Generation West. The Bato Locos, the COD Locos for life, I say. And there you go. Oh, shit. And that's right. We got, of course, the master disaster, the king of sting, the man with the plan. That is Money Mike Lopez right there. Bato Loco for life, ese Simone, eh? There you go. And also we have the calluses of all calluses, the enemy of Dr. Schultz. I don't know if he's on vacation. I don't know why. He should be in Florida getting ready for, later on.
Of course, I'm relaxing before we bring Moxley into the Moxley extermination chamber.
It's 2 more days, bro.
Yeah, and John Moxley will be no more because he can't handle the god of professional wrestling.
Oh man,
God, Omega.
Ryan is the new heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yes, but and also as well, and ladies and gentlemen, he is a director of the directors. He is a winner, el director, the director, the one and only. He is a one.
I'm so good at directing. I can change the light behind me with my phone.
Yes, you can.
Boom.
And that is the one and only CK1 Chris Kelly, ladies and gentlemen. Now, our top 5 picks of the week for week 44. What you guys going to be obviously enjoying your Sunday before you see AEW's Revolution. This is go for our audio platform listeners as well on Spotify and Anchor and Apple Podcasts, and also as well on our YouTube channel as well. So our top 5 picks of the week for week 44 is top 5 underrated women's wrestlers. Now, we are going to be speaking about the past, the present, who could be the future as well in professional wrestling in women's pro wrestling. And this was a tough one for me personally because there's so many out there that it's hard to put I wish I could make a top 10 for the top 25, but
yeah, it's really to pull off like a full respect, that would make sense. But unfortunately, our list is 5, and we did our best with the picking down 5. It's like picking your favorite bands, man. It's got to be a top 1,000, but is what it is. It's 5. It'll work.
Okay, definitely. So let's go to the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. The wheel of names. Let's see who goes first. There we go. The wheel of names. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who goes first. Spin that wheel.
Go.
Oh!
Yeah!
Big money.
Mike doesn't go first a lot, which I've noticed.
Well, he went last week first because you weren't. Because
I wasn't here.
No, you weren't around.
Sorry about that, by the way.
It's okay.
We get to see. You get to witness it now. You get to witness.
Glacier's still a bad gimmick. Never held a major title. Deal with
all right, Bato Loco, the floor is yours.
You get to witness before he starts. Mike, by God Lopez, the god of podcasting.
You got that right. I say Bato Loco. Yes, man. This list could have been so many. It could have been enlarged to a top 15. I feel. But we'll keep it at 5, and 2 honorable mentions, of course. Number 5 is Tori Wilson. I do feel that Tori Wilson was on her way to becoming more than just the eye candy. Pretty late in her career, she was on her way to that. But unfortunately, injuries, all that, kind of derailed whatever momentum she was gaining towards that. She started in WCW, went over to WWE as part of the Invasion, and as far as I understand, she did not win any titles, not even the women's or not even the hardcore title like some women got to do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I think if she's participated in the women's Royal Rumbles recently, I think
2 of them. Yeah,
2 of them. And she's been able to showcase, still that she still got it, right? So I definitely think that she's underrated, and especially in that period of time, I would say. Number 4 is Molly Holly.
Oh,
I
nice.
do feel that she was ahead of her time. She was in a time when, the women's matches were not the focus at all in the show.
Pre-revolution,
Had she been 10 years later than that, it would probably be a different story, obviously. But yeah, she focused more on the in-ring stuff than the physical, appearance, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But yeah, number 4. Number 3 is Dana Brooke.
Oh, I like this.
Fuck.
Yes.
I love this.
She has the look. She's got the guns. She's got the athleticism without a doubt. I honestly, when I originally made this list, I actually had her at number 1, but I think 3 is a good spot for her right now. Yeah, she still has all the potential. She's still young. She's still in there. So she has room for improvement, of course.
Mm-hmm.
The big issue I've always had with not Dana Brooke per se, but her booking, and I've hashtag pushed Dana Brooke many times on Facebook, is they just don't give her the mic time.
Right.
She's great in the ring and she's good on the mic, but they don't, like, the last time I can remember her having the mic was that little promo she had about Rousey where she was like, how dare you come in here and take what we're all working for in like one day, we've been years. I was like, give her the mic more. And they still haven't pushed. Yeah, in the ring, she's fantastic. She looks great. She's athletic, but they're just not giving her any character development, and it's not her fault.
I agree. But at least now she's got the TV time. Because back then she was not given
Yeah,
time.
she's in a tag team with Natty, right?
With Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose.
So now that's
right.
a good thing that she has that opportunity now of getting more TV time, and then not only that, but develop her promo skills, and I think is gone there by far right now. And I think I'm with Mike that she is going to be a hell of a baby face or a heel future.
I'm glad she was on your list because my dumbass forgot to add her to mine, so I'm gonna leave mine as it is. But thank you.
It's okay, I forgive you. It's okay. Number 2 is Mickie James. Man, she was a rival of Trish Stratus for a good time. They had that classic storyline where she was the crazy fan and Trish Stratus was, like, oh yeah, this and that. But then at WrestleMania 22, Mickie James was able to defeat her hero, Trish Stratus. And classic storyline. So she was around at that time, but yet she's not presented as a Hall of Famer or as a legend like Stratus is. I keep wondering why that is. Was it because she went to TNA? Was it because she released a couple of albums? I don't know. Who knows, right? Only Vince McMahon.
Well, there was some extracurricular activity before her pro wrestling career, which Vince has always kind of been iffy about. I don't know if that's directly connected to her not mega push or that terrible.
I wouldn't think so. No,
I've heard rumors, but also, there was something that led to that terrible, straight up, dare I say, fucked up and toxic angle with the Piggy James movement, which was a punishment for something. I forget what, but that was super fucked up.
Rumor innuendo, right? Is the whole John Cena thing.
There you go.
That she was obsessed with John Cena.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that.
Still not worth it. Yeah, the public humiliation.
They broke up, and I think that's why Vince kind of like let her go because John Cena was already up there, the upcoming future star.
He pulled an Alex Riley on her.
Yeah.
So and she's a pretty good performer in the ring, I would say, and so she's well deserving of a better booking. I really did not like the whole angle or whatever that happened where she was having her comeback match and Seth Rollins comes out and all the cameras go to Rollins and Rollins just goes down talking to the commentators and while her match is going on and it's just the focus completely went away from the match. So
I agree.
For someone that's been in your company for years, I don't think that's a good way to do things. Number 1, Gail Kim.
Love it.
Gail Kim
was almost my number 1, but again, glad you took it. Thank you.
Yes, talk about ahead of your time. She was during, I forgot, probably like 2005-ish, 2004, in WWE, and I even back then thought that she had more ability in the ring than most of the gals within the roster at that time. And she went to TNA, did great things there. And I actually don't know what she's up to nowadays.
I know she tweeted something like, or not, maybe not tweeted, but a statement like she was just done. I don't know if that was true or if she's held up to that, but I do remember her saying like she's just like I'm over this and kind of like bounced.
Yeah,
I mean, she retired. She's happily retired. I'm pretty sure she'll come back to one more match. But I don't see her coming to WWE at all.
Not at all. No.
Got back.
Maybe AEW.
Yeah, maybe AEW, but she bashed, and I'm with you because the fact is that she was a great in-ring skills performer, a lot of potential. She could have had the belt longer, and they dropped the ball on her on that one, in my opinion.
Yeah. So yeah, number 1, and then 2 honorable mentions. One being Maria Kanellis. I do think that
great on the mic.
Oh, great on the mic for sure. Congratulations to her and Mike Kanellis for the baby and the pregnancy. But at the time, right, she was in the middle of an angle going on, and she is, as far as I'm aware, the only woman or any competitor that has had a championship while being pregnant.
The only mother champion, like the current pregnant champion.
Yeah, the only pregnant champion ever. So a cool accomplishment there. But I feel that had she not been, maybe something else could have gone on there, and or it could have been taken a little bit more further. I know that there was a goal to that storyline or a point to that storyline, but it was never really. It never got to that.
It was super awkward. It was weird. I don't know where it was going either.
Right, and that Rusev was the dad, that so and so was the dad. But no, he isn't. So who knows, right? But yeah. Second honorable mention, Serena Deeb. Yes,
current NWA champion.
It's current NWA champion. What I've seen in AEW right now is some of her best work. Because she's in there with people that she herself has helped trained, right? In her WWE days, the most that I remember her is unfortunately her head being shaved off by CM Punk and Straight Edge Society, right? Mm-hmm. So not mostly because of her matches. So, but yeah, I definitely think she deserves more recognition, and she's underrated for sure.
Definitely 100%. I agree that she is underrated, and wish her a speedy recovery after her surgery. She had a knee scope surgery, so she's out of action for quite some time. So we wish her the best and speedy recovery to get see her back in AEW and also NWA that is coming back as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing Serena Deeb and her future in NWA and AEW. Hopefully. All right, now let's go back to the wheel to see who is next. All right.
Spin that wheel.
See, spin that wheel.
Go.
Oh, yeah. All right. I thought he respun it.
It's me.
It's IVANC.
I like that when people think DDP stands for whatever else it could stand for.
I don't know what else what have other people thought it stood for?
Diamond Pentagon Paralysis.
Is that real? People have actually said that?
Yes.
I remember said in high school thinking that DDP invented the DDT. So right. Before I knew about Jake the Snake and all that. So sidebar. Anywho, go ahead, Ivan.
All right, here we go. This was a tough one for me. Because there's so many that I love, and it's just like shit has not given the opportunity. But I'm gonna go touch the past. I'm gonna have to switch it because you didn't mention one. So I'm gonna switch it. And so this individual pretty much paved the way of two things: is her in-ring skills ability, and the fact that her character as well inspired a lot of other female wrestlers because of her character and her charisma that she had in the ring and was not given a chance. And that is number 5, Luna Vachon. She was never given that opportunity to run with the belt or even win the belt. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if she ever won the belt.
I think she did. I think it was kind of in that mid '90s era, but let me double check that one for you because I think she held something.
Yeah, she gotta held something, but it's an unfortunate that Luna. I mean, yeah, she had that like evil look and just that psychotic, just
bunch of titles everywhere, but WWE
never, right?
Yeah. Wait, no, Universal Women's Hardcore Champion, but that doesn't say where that was at. So I don't know if that might not have been WWE.
Yeah. So see, that's one thing that I think WWE dropped the ball on her because I think that would have been a great run. It was a good feud between her and Sable.
No, it was not. They used Luna as the contrarian to Sable.
That's true. But
it was only to push Sable because of how. Yeah. Not in my opinion, but the opinion was that Luna was like this ugly, scary monster, and
that's one thing I
Sable was not. Yeah, Luna was not like that. That was a character, but she wasn't all. Her voice, that was not really her voice.
No, that wasn't her voice. I know, but it's an unfortunate, man. It's like I feel she paved the way for these other women, and I feel, and she should be in. She should have, ran with the belt at least one time. Had a great run with it. I think that would have been incredible to see. Number 4. Now I'm going to talk about the present. Actually, you know what? Number 4, I'm talking about the present. I think this individual could have done. It's right now. She has not been in a major league promotions. She's been in NWA, United Wrestling Network. And I think AEW should watch this individual and bring her to feud with Jade Cargill because her ability in the rings is for me. I love it, and I think she's able to go ahead and progress more if she gets more TV time. And that is Camille Brickhouse. So if you guys are not familiar with Camille Brickhouse and Nick Aldis' manager, the lady, the big girl. So it's her, man. She could wrestle. I'll tell you that. And she has the looks, and her in-ring skills abilities are great. I love it. I wish she was given the TV time, and hopefully, I would like to see her and Jade Cargill or her Nyla Rose.
That would be a good matchup,
right? Exactly. Or her even Thunder. I think we've seen her in Thunder before. We've seen her Priscilla Kelly. We've seen her and other women competitors in the NWA and United Wrestling Network Championship Wrestling Hollywood. But I feel that she has a bright future coming for her. And I feel that she definitely deserves to be exposed and given and be signed with a major promotion. That's how I feel about it. Number 3, I love this girl because she has a future as well. And I just hate how they're using her right now. And you know where I'm going with this. I fucking hate it. She was great. I wish she had at least one title run in NXT. I hope they get rid of this fucking gimmick for her, and that is Mia Yim. Mia Yim reckoning needs to go away. Obsolete, delete forever. That's right. Delete that fucking character and push her to the limits that she needs to be, along with her man Keith Lee. She needs to be pushed completely and given this opportunity, and she is underrated. The fact that is, I've seen her live, more than once. Incredible athlete. She's great in the ring. She has good mic skills, man. This girl has it all. She could be a future champion, and which she will be, and I hope so. Just not as reckoning. Get the fuck out of here. No. So that's how I feel about Mia Yim. Her bright future for her. Number 2. Number 2, I feel they should have given her this. They should have given her the belt, and they should. She's there currently right now. She needs to go balls on and heel like how she did, but worse, and make her and at least have her to win. Either go to Raw, win the Raw Women's belt. Because right now we have Bianca. Maybe Bianca. We already know. We're not gonna get into that. But this girl, she can break those barriers and become the first. And I'm talking about Sonya Deville. She could be the first, LBGT community as a world champion. And I feel that she should have been at least 2 years ago, I would say, when she was already at the peak. When she still is there, she's just not given the right booking for her. And I don't like it. And I think if you could book her right and just make her a powerhouse, best believe she could be a great champion in the near future. And that's for sure. And that is
they dropped that weird Mandy Rose stalker gimmick too, thank God.
Yeah, that's a good thing. They dropped that at least, and I mean, I'm hoping to see her back in the ring, and hopefully she gets a shot at the women's belt. At least feud with after Mania, give her a feud for the belt. Why not? At least she at least have a title run for it and gets that taste. Then later on, let her win the Rumble next year. Let her get a shot at Mania for next year. Why not? Book it. Why not? All right. Number uno. This individual has not been seen as a top contender, even right now, presently, but she's definitely a future Hall of Fame. She's definitely has what any other women would like to have in a ring. They go to her every time to pick her brain because she has that knowledge in the ring, and that is Natty Neidhart.
Okay, for some reason I thought you were going to say Sarah DeLilio.
No, not Sarah.
Or sorry, Sarah D'Amato.
No, not Sarah D'Amato.
Sarah D'Amato is also that, but yes, I understand.
Yeah, no, agreed. But I'm saying that I feel that Natty is not given the best recognition as a former world champion, not recognized as much because she was barely given any run with it. And by far, she's only won the SmackDown. She never won the Raw one. She's never been a dual champion. She hasn't even won a tag team, title belt yet either. And it's unfortunate that she wasn't, even though her run with the SmackDown belt was okay, but I wish they could have booked it better. And believe me, she's a Hall of Famer, man. She's going to be the next future coach for the Performance Center. That's a fact. Along with T.J. Wilson, that's a plain fact. They're going to take over that Performance Center for the future. That's for sure. And I just wish Natty could be more multiple champions or get a tag team, title shot for her father. God rest his soul. Jim Neidhart. So why not?
The Anvil.
Yes, sir. 2 honorable mentions that I have. Now, this girl, because she is one of my favorites that I love, and she did a little intro for us, and that is the Killer Babe, Heather Monroe.
Oh yeah,
yes.
The base there was the base there
ever will be. She has a bright future. She's been in the game all for quite some time. Seen her perform live. Seen her with her other tag partners. That's the Killer Babe. Seen her solo. Seen her tag. The trio that she had with Jake Atlas. Paul Levesque needs to call her, man. You have Taya Valkyrie already. You need to sign this girl in the NXT.
Sign her.
You need to sign her. I mean, reason why I prefer more NXT because she has that charisma that they're able to use in NXT more than AEW will use it because they know how to develop it more in NXT, in my opinion. When it comes to, especially in the NXT women's roster, it's stacked. And so it's why not put that in there as well? Mix it up a little bit, or even have her and Taya be a tag team, or just have her by herself. Doesn't matter. But she has a bright future, and I hope one of these days, and I will literally have a tear in my eye if I find out, she's either All Elite or NXT. I will be happy if she does. I will be definitely happy for her. And my second honorable mention. Now, this individual has a bright future. She just has not been given the time nor TV time that she deserves. And she will definitely be a future world champion. She's another one that could steal the, could have been a demonic character, and that is Nikki Cross. I say Nikki Cross.
Oh, I thought you were going there
okay.
for some reason. But yeah, Nikki Cross is the shit too.
Yes. I think Nikki, for me, honestly, has everything. The looks, the ring skills. My favorite match for her is with her and Asuka. Like, I love that. That was NXT. Wow. Like, superplex on the ladder, like, to the table. You can hear Mark Rollo, Mama Mia. Like, you know how he is.
They both have great, like, gimmicks that complement each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. And I feel they slipped on her, too, not giving her the NXT title. Or even though fucking Raw or SmackDown won this title. She deserves to have a run with it. I don't know what they're doing in the main roster, but we're not here to debate about that. The hell with them. So it is what it is. Bruce, you might want to tell Papa Vinny to call us. Hablamos español, inglés,
Deutsch.
Sprechen Deutsch, New Zealand, Korean, Filipino, and Japanese. So you gotta say it.
Bahasa Indonesian,
So yes, that is my top 5, and oh my, it was a hard list, man. So many. So I'm curious to hear. All right, let's go back to the wheel to see who is the last person.
The last man standing match out of this fatal 4-way.
Si, senor.
It's the last in line.
Yes. Matt Callis, MGC.
1, 2, 3. This is MGC. All right, we're gonna turn things down and turn things up at the same time.
Turn it up. Banging it.
We gotta.
It's interesting.
So, number 5. See, I don't even know enough about some of these ladies. That's how much I think they're underrated, and they'll be really fun for like us to check out over time. So my number 5, I'm gonna go, especially this, I'm definitely like taking the whole underrated thing to heart with this. So number 5, this is Saki-sama. Like, you can't really see her face because I don't know like how well these.
Yeah, her face doesn't seem important in this picture.
I wish I could lower it. There was a way for me to lower it, upper it. So Saki-sama, she's in Tokyo Joshi Pro. Her whole gimmick is like you know how like the Acolytes and Undertaker, he's got like followers that like he makes them like supernatural when they join his side. Right. When you join Saki-sama's side, you become like a French aristocrat, kind of. So when Hyper Misao works for her, she becomes like some kind of like vampire girl with weapons. And then when May Saruga joins her, she becomes May Saint Michel, like something. She's like a French duchess of some kind, and
More
she's like
proper,
the main.
I guess.
Yeah, very proper, very posh. She's like the out of Tokyo Joshi Pro. She's like their main heel, the only like real heel, Like Maki Ito's not even really a heel. She's like, I'd say Maki Ito's probably like their tweener, but Saki's like purely their heel. Like, no, you like, the whole like lick my shoes, please step on me, queen. Like, this is literally it. Saki-sama. Like, sama in Japanese is how you refer. Yeah. Saki is how you refer to like a queen or a king or a princess or whatever. So Sama is like John Sama, Chris Sama, stuff like that. So yeah, she's my number 5. So number 4. All right. Let's do this. I want to see how these each appear. I'm going to go with...
Is that Aja Kong?
Aja Kong.
Yes.
I'm gonna make, and this is her at the Tokyo Dome putting the camel clutch on Manami Toyota. I'd say like it's like so far we've seen plenty like her in AEW a good handful of times, but the thing is people don't really comprehend just how important she is or how long she's been around, because this is in like 1995 or at least 97. Like she's been around a really long time. She's like a super veteran, and she hits over and she'll hit you over the head with a trash can, like bang.
I agree.
So Aha Kong, like, you know, I was thinking people kind of knew about her, but you know, I
feel like she was like the Stan Hansen of the women's division.
Yeah.
She's been around for a cool minute, and she's a fucking heavy hitter, man. And by God, man, she could put matches.
She had she did have a match with Awesome Kong in Japan.
Yes.
But she didn't have they were teasing that match in AEW, but we haven't seen it on American television.
No.
Right.
So all right, so number 3. Oh wait. That is like I didn't want the cartoon version. I wanted the real version.
Well, you got the cartoon version. Where's the real version now?
Hyper. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Hyper Misao is number 3. She's also in Tokyo Joshi Pro. If you guys love the Hurricane, if you love Mighty Molly, but you love what's up with that? I wonder it was like nani kore. I guess that would be the Japanese version would be nani kore. Nani. Like I don't know if she has that response to everything, but like she even has like a bike that's like a rocket ship and everything, and she has like I'm the children's hero. And the cool thing, her finisher is the Tiger Driver 98 that Excalibur always talks about.
Tiger Driver
98 that Excalibur always talks about in commentary. That is her finisher. And the weirdest thing is she had a match with a deathmatch wrestler. She had an actual friggin' death match with a deathmatch wrestler. It was a hardcore match, but the stipulation of the match is you have to finish a bag of chocolate pastry puffs, and your pin count doesn't count until you finish your bag of chocolate pastry puffs.
What the fuck?
Yeah. There is a backstory to it though, is that when she didn't have a job and didn't have that much money, she ate those things because they were really like high in calories, so she was able to get a lot of energy from them. So it was like a backstory with them. But it's just so funny seeing a deathmatch wrestler with scars all over himself, like eating chocolate pastries. Like, man, I need to hurry up and eat these or else I won't win. So, only in DDT wrestling. So number two, she was number 1 on my best women's wrestlers list, but I still think she's definitely underrated overall, like in so many different ways. And that is Manami Toyota.
Can't see her face,
I guess it cuts off her face, but she's got somebody in a pretty cool hold there. You know, Mr. Seltzer rates her as like the greatest wrestler of all time. I think she definitely deserves it because she's paid her dues. Like in that picture, that's her wrestling Aja Kong in the Tokyo Dome. She is phenomenal. You know, she makes a lot of different things happen, and everybody, you know, I like with the women's wrestling community all around the world, people talk about Manami Toyota. So she's a big deal with that. I think I'm going to go right to the number 1 right away, especially this is very topical in the fact that I was actually just telling you guys about this match and the fact that we have the exploding barbed wire death match coming up. So this week I decided to make my number 1 Megumi Kodo.
Oh.
Okay, well, you haven't seen a picture of her, though.
Yeah, it's coming up right now.
Oh, my God. By God.
By God. There's Megumi Kodo. I think she has the she has the record for the most exploding barbed wire women's match.
Holy crap, man. I had to take a closer look. She's in the barbed wire?
Yup.
Jeez.
And she's bled a lot, like exploding. There was another picture I was gonna use where her head's on fire.
Yeesh.
I'm not kidding.
I believe you. Fuck.
Oh my God,
Like
no.
she has a picture on Google Images with her head on fire. So like you want to talk about underrated women. Megumi Kodo, like Kudo, Kudo. And she has just almost as many exploding barbed wire matches as Atsushi Onita. So who knows? We could even see her as the special guest, instead of, because they couldn't get Onita to come to AEW Revolution, but maybe we could see Megumi Kudo. So she has a lot of brutal matches like that. So I've got an honorable mention.
Okay.
And it's somebody, that's been, I don't think I've seen enough of her matches, but she definitely had a history with WWE. Bull Nakano.
Oh my
Nakano was in
God!
WWE
Yes,
for a while too.
yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about her. You know what? Good call on that.
Bull
She was very
Nakano.
underrated. You're absolutely right.
She has a very distinctive look. Chris, it's funny, we were talking about Buck Tick earlier today.
Yeah, very BK style.
It's like her and the drummer from Buck Tick. I wonder if they have like the same hairstylist, because they have that same like big square, almost like Bart Simpson hair with where it's like up and
like
that
Static
shape.
X.
Yeah, like Static X. Maybe all three of them.
Wayne Static, man. Rest in peace,
Buck-
Wayne Static.
Buck Tick, Wayne Static, and Bull Nakano, and Bart Simpson, all together. They got tall flat tops. It's
Yeah.
flat top but tall top, flat top, Mac top with the flat top. I need to watch more of her matches, but I definitely think all of them are extremely overrated. I think
You mean underrated or overrated?
underrated. Yeah, sorry, my old man. Maybe in Japan they could be. But over
Not
here,
in the States.
yeah, over here in Canada, England, I know England. They have a whole. They're very we gotta compete with them because they have an ability to turn everything to a chant.
God,
So
man. They got so many too that we forgot to mention. I forgot to mention one, but I'll mention it right after when el director gives his.
But yeah, I think I had another idea for honorable mention, but I forgot it. But who knows if I remember it? But that'll be my list for now. Yeah.
All right. So el director, the director.
Dick, yeah. So my list is it's not as, unfortunately, I try to make it as diverse as I possibly could as far as not one brand, but sometimes it is the brand that keeps you from being as rated as I think you deserve. Not the case with my first mention on here. First on the list, I think it's just a matter of time. I think right now she's underrated because she's new to the eyes. And she sadly just got injured. Should be out for who knows how long, but that is my girl Anna Jay. Fantastic in the ring, the Queen Slayer. Love the gimmick, love the angle. Think she should be the leader of the Dark Order once -1 goes back to 3rd grade. Just got injured right when the women's division was popping off, and that sucks so bad because I think in the ring she's getting better. I think her potential is what is underrated. People aren't looking at her right now as potentially the next best female wrestler, or at least in the conversation, and that's why I consider her underrated. But she's got plenty of time to recover from that injury and then show the world what she's been working on. Number 4, one of my favorite ECW wrestlers of all time, one of the first intergender wrestlers of the modern era, and that is Jazz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jazz was an Impact player, and they turned on her, and she beat the shit out of Jason, and it was a good-ass match, bro. Her finisher, I think, was the X Factor, and she hit Jason with it. It was so rad. I was like, yes, ECW is doing the damn thing.
May Saruga versus Jazz, highly recommended.
Yeah. She came over to main roster. She got glammed up a little bit. She won the women's title, deserved it. I don't think she's in a lot of people's conversations for top 10 best, and that's what keeps her from being that's what puts her on my list right now. She wasn't on any of your guys' list, so I want to kind of change that.
I'm glad you did. And
Yeah,
you know
no
what?
worries.
At least one thing she did have. She won a Mania and retained against
Yeah.
and Lita. So at least
The success of the wrestler per se doesn't mean that they are accurately rated either.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean that like you can win all the champions in the world, but you're not a great wrestler, or you're not in the conversation for your physical ability within the four corners of the ring.
She
Goldberg.
should be.
Yeah, Bill Goldberg is the opposite of Jazz. Number 3. I love her. I think she's amazing. She's entertaining. She's good everywhere. She can dance, fight, wrestle, talk, whatever she needs to be. Face, heel, hold the belt, get heat, be in a feud against anybody, and that is the Staten Island Princess, Carmella.
Carmella, huh?
Carmella.
I love her, man. She's so good on the mic. I loved her when she was in NXT doing that whole thing with Cass and Enzo. I love that gimmick. It was great. I'm glad she was able to separate herself and move on and become a solo star, which is what she wanted when she came to main roster. I love the whole Money in the Bank angle where Ellsworth gave it to her and then she had to come back and defend it for real and actually won it legit. Thought that was awesome. The R-Truth stuff, the what was it called?
Dance
the
break.
dance off? Yeah, the dance break. That was awesome.
I don't know.
Now she's a heel again, which she can do. She is very interchangeable, but always good within the posts.
Yes.
Great wrestler. I love her finisher, the Code of Silence. Jesus Christ, dude. Like a reverse leg choke. Like, oh my God. You got to be flexible as shit to pull that one off. Number 2, I think is a matter, like same thing with Anna Jay. Just give her more time and hopefully some solo moments and more mic time. She was rebranded last year, but then she kind of reneged on the rebrand, and then she got reunited with someone who is more in the spotlight, and that is Liv Morgan.
I love that.
Liv Morgan can absolutely be a future star. She can be any character. She went from being like the psycho punk rocker to she tried to kind of do like a Scarlett Bordello character where she was a little bit more serious, little goth. That didn't really go anywhere, so they put her back with Ruby Riott until Riot Squad without Sarah Logan is now just the two of them. I don't necessarily think she's in the shadow of Ruby. Ruby is definitely a better wrestler, but I think that there's going to be plenty of room for her to kind of move on and be her own, live forever like her logo is. But she's good in the ring, man. She's fun. She usually loses, so she's a really good jobber, I guess you would say. But give it time. Hopefully they use her properly when she's kind of earned it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get all the heat in the world for my number 1. You guys are going to fire me. You're not going to love me. And I'm only talking about how good she is inside of the ring for the minimal amount of time she spent there. She was decent on the mic, a couple of flubs. She was thrust right into a debut at a main event at a WrestleMania, and she retired at a WrestleMania. But she was so fucking good inside the ring, bro. I don't know why people aren't talking more about Miss Ronda Rousey.
Oh, no. It was...
Ronda Rousey, with however long she was training directly with Paul Levesque, and I think Sarah D'Amato got in there as well, but definitely a lot with Paul, which is great because she was able to pick him up into that Piper's Pit finisher like it was fucking gravy. She's also strong as shit with that judo background. I can go on the MMA. I know everything about Ronda Rousey. I'm a fucking super fan. But just within the corners of the ring, man, she was so goddamn good. When she just had that short match in her debut with Triple H and Stephanie, I was like ready to not be impressed. And even how good she is athletically, I was impressed. I was like, holy shit, this might be something. And for a straight year on fire, just performed within the ring amazingly for someone who really didn't have any experience. Anyone who says, like, oh, she didn't earn her keep, she didn't cut her teeth, who cares, man? She elevated the women's division as far as eyes on the division more than anyone else on the roster. And that's a small sacrifice they had to make to get
I'll say this.
first female main event.
Yes.
Could only be done with Ronda Rousey. I'm sorry. I love Becky Lynch. They could have done it with Becky. They would not have had the buy rates. They would not have had the pay-per-view sales if it was Becky and Sasha, Becky and Bayley. It was Ronda the whole time. It just is what it is. It's a necessary evil. They had to put a ultra mega super fucking star in that match to have that be the main event that sold as much as it did. But she also held her own within the wrestling skill set.
I still felt like that should have been only just her and Becky, not Charlotte. Added into it.
They had to protect that.
They had, of course, they had
lost, bro.
I know, but they had to protect Charlotte. I mean, come on.
They protected both of them. Becky still got that win clean, but Ronda didn't really want to go out on a loss, so she kind of did and didn't. Her shoulder was up. I don't know if that was in the cards. I don't know if she did that just to say fuck you. But yeah, hope she comes back someday. I know she's trying to start a family out in Riverside at a sanctuary with Travis Brown. I know she really didn't understand how fickle pro wrestling fans could be. She was actually like personally offended that they can turn on you, as if she's never seen that happen before.
Wow, that Survivor Series. That Survivor Series was the one that everyone's just like, "What? This is your Cali girl. You're turning on
like
her."
You booed me out of my hometown. Like that's you gotta understand. There wasn't a lot of that's just wrestlers fans, man. Like, did you not grow up? You were a Piper fan. He's the greatest heel of all time. Like, up there. How did you not know that wrestling fans will turn on you like that? And so she kind of just took tail and ran, which is, opinions aside, kind of what she seems to do. Yeah. But the context of this list, inside that ring, she was fantastic, and I don't think enough people talk about her.
Very true. I love it. Any honorable mentions?
I do have 2 honorable mentions. I did not pull them up on my OBS fast enough, but I can pop them in right now.
Okay.
Click number 1 on my honorable mentions is you had her also, Miss Luna Vachon.
Yeah.
She was mean. She was lean. She was punk rock. She was heavy metal. She could have been the manager for Demolition if she wanted to.
I loved her and Bam Bam.
Her and Bam Bam was awesome. They just, I don't know. Vince was
Asbury Park.
Yeah, greetings from Asbury Park, man. I don't know. They just kept her right in the light enough for us to know who she was, but they never pushed her anywhere. She was good inside the ring. She was scary. She could talk. She was absolutely a lifelong heel. There was never going to be a face turn for her.
Hell yeah.
And she was one of the first, just evil heels.
Yeah.
Women, and fantastic inside the ring. I love the oddities when it became a comedy gimmick. I think that worked. I didn't like the Sable squashes.
No, I didn't like it.
That was definitely a vehicle for Sable, which is in its own right, its own thing, whatever. Good for Rena Mero, a.k.a. Reno Lesnar.
Yeah.
But it was on the back of that entire oddities faction, which I loved. Kurgan, John Tenta was Golga with the South Park shirt. You had Luna Vachon. You had, I think there was 1 or 2 more people I'm forgetting right now.
You had Matt. Remember Matt Cyrus? He was there too.
Yeah.
Matt Cyrus. Cyrus the Virus, of course.
And my second honorable mention, literally take everything I said about Anna Jay, copy and paste it onto this person right now. And that is going to be boop.
Statlander.
Statlander, huh? I knew it because that was your favorite. Why am I surprised?
Yeah, because
it's one of the other top baby faces.
Yeah, she came out of Impact. Still a little green when she came to AEW. A couple of botches, but plenty of room for improvement. A character not a lot of people understand. I kind of like it. I get it. She just is an alien. She's just from another planet, and she's coming here to learn how to be a human. That's the gimmick. Deal with it.
Her Titantron looks so cool. It's it's really well done. The UFOs are so
I love it.
Yeah, but inside the ring, she's good. She'll get better. She's thicker than a Snicker. She is fit. She is definitely a size larger, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. She's healthy. She's on the healthier size of women. She's tall, and she can lift them. And we need more of those. More competition for Jade and Nyla, and even Rio that just beat Nyla.
Yeah, her babyface and then Jade as a heel. That's a great match right there.
Yeah, I would love that.
Psychology is perfect.
Yeah, I just
she's supposed to be.
So she's been out for a while, and missing this whole evolution of the women's roster in AEW, which goddamn bad timing. It sucks, man.
She's the rightful BTE champion. I don't know if you guys have kept up, but she beat Sammy Guevara in a standing on your hands challenge.
Yeah. She had a match with Sammy. Didn't Sammy have a match with another woman?
No, wait a minute. Didn't know that day it was unofficial. It was unofficial, right? Yeah, it wasn't unofficial.
It was official, but I just don't understand why they didn't give the belt to her.
Because they were supposed to.
That's right, Thunder Rosa. Sorry, I was thinking Sammy Guevara fought Thunder Rosa. That's what I was thinking.
No, it was supposed to be. I think 10 or someone who's supposed to be the handstand, and she played that. she pretended to be 10.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It would have been badass. Why not?
I'm gonna do this just for me. I'm just gonna let that sit there. Anyways, how you guys doing?
That's right.
That's all.
I cannot wait to see her. Yes, also Stella. I cannot wait to see her back in the ring. Man, you guys hit it up right on point, man. Fuck. Man, I love everybody's list. This was a hard one for all of us, though, man.
Yeah, it was definitely like I was like, I can't just do main roster women. I had to go back in time. I had to do a throwback. I had to do some AEW. I couldn't do too many AEW. I couldn't put a lot of people on here. It's a 5 list plus 2. But quick shout outs like Shotzi Blackheart. I think Kairi Sane definitely went under the radar for being just
Shia Lee, another one who's
exactly. Yeah, you had it right with Serena Deeb. The list could be literally 1,000 wrestlers on there, but we did our best. So
even Melina's another one who could be.
Yeah, Eminem Melina.
Yeah.
Not sexy star. She can get the fuck out of here.
I know you're still because the whole.
I don't. I'm sorry.
What she did to Rosemary was not. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, she'll be on a different list.
It's a different list.
Way different list. All right, so now let's go to the wheel to find out what is the next one for next Sundays.
Ooh, anticipation.
Week 45. Let's see what it is. Let's go to the wheel of picks.
I sing so many throwback songs. I've been anticipated. This is our song. Yeah,
all right, and let's spin
that wheel.
Go.
It's never gonna stop. Never gonna stop.
Never gonna stop.
Underrated tag team.
Oh, keeping with the underrated theme. Love that.
Ooh, here we go.
Let me remind myself. I'm gonna write it down because I won't forget. All right, underrated tag team. Awesome. I'm looking forward for this one. Okay, I'm hoping you guys are looking forward for this one. Underrated tag team.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited for this one myself. I cannot wait. But yes,
that's gonna be fun.
I already have 2. I'm already writing down 2 of them right now.
Oh, me too. I already have like 3 in my head already, but I'm not gonna mention them. I'm saving them for next week for sure. I cannot wait for that one. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in here on the top 5 picks of the week for week 44. And hopefully you guys are enjoying your Sunday afternoon watching this before you see AEW Revolution. And we will go ahead and actually get
Revolution.
La Revolution. So
yes,
definitely. And we will give our thoughts on that on episode 45, giving you the recap of that, our thoughts about, the aftermath of AEW, and the anticipation of who will be signing in AEW tonight. I know Tony Khan did say it on Busted Open Radio. He's one of my favorites. So
right.
Actually, son of a. I still say it's RVD. I have a feeling it's gonna be because you're an ECW fan. I think it's gonna be RVD, one of them for sure. But we'll find out. Yeah. But definitely also want to thank everybody for tuning in as well. I know to our social media platforms as well. Follow us on the social media platforms. All to our audio platform as well. Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, the whole shebang. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in. The host is when I can see here with the one and only with the El Director. He's
man, dude, I can't wait to get my homie. What's his name? I keep thinking he's Vampiro. Vampiro 2.0.
Damian Priest.
Damian Priest. I'm sorry. I keep wanting to say Vampiro. I'm like, fucking Vampiro's bigger, little, younger brother.
That's right.
Damian Priest is the shit. That's a different list. Anyways, yeah, that was fun. That was hard. I can't wait for another underrated tag teams. I'm gonna have to go back in the bank of old school, new school, modern, and then try different brands. So.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. And I have some ECW tag teams that are underrated, to be honest. So I can't wait.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, and also we have the Calluses of Calluses. You'll be seeing him later on today backstage.
Oh yeah,
with Jericho hanging out.
Just letting you guys know. Well, obviously letting you guys know this isn't a podcast. You can't put a price on podcasts. We don't make podcasts. We make history.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we have the Master Disaster, the King of Sting, the man with the plan, and that is Money Mike.
By God, Lopez.
By God, Lopez, except for the LAFC having this away.
I know who it is, and I'm not spilling the beans.
Oh my God!
Now you need to spill the beans when we're out there.
I know who it is too.
Just DM me.
When we're out there, you gotta
I
tell
don't want
us.
to wait. Just DM me. Just DM me.
Just deal, guys. Nah,
Yeah,
I
DM the
want
chat. We have the live chat going on during this. We're kind of off air. But
guys
tell
wanna-
me now. I
yeah,
can't.
also,
I have too much. I have too much anxiety from the UFC to be dealing about the very next day.
oh man, no, me too. I cannot wait. Also, don't forget that well, I forgot to mention before I let you go there. Stay tuned for also our MMA episode for next week as well. It'll be next Wednesday coming out, which we will give our recap.
I still gotta do my picks. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh yeah, typology. You gotta do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning.
You have like an hour to 2 hours before the fight starts to get it done.
Okay, message me in the morning to let me know. But
I
yes, definitely don't forget MMA episode for the recap of UFC 259. And I'm excited and cannot wait. What a weekend of sports, man. So once again, thanks so much, guys, and we will see you next week.